Hello, my beauties, my peeps. Welcome to Mindset Monday. It is Monday, June 20th, here on this beautiful, beautiful Monday afternoon. It's about 7 o'clock Eastern, which means it's about 4 o'clock Pacific time. I had to think about that for a moment. So if you're on here live, say hello, say what's up, let me know you're here. And when you catch the replay, comment with hashtag Encore and let me know that you tuned in and what your biggest takeaway was from this session. So with that being said, guys, today's day 15 of our 21-day challenge, where I'm coming on here live to support you with some tips, tricks, tools, resources, mindset, whatever it takes for you to take your game to a whole new level. So if that excites you, say yes, that excites me, and we will go from there. Also, another thing, hi Sean, welcome, thanks for tuning in. Another thing is today's the last day of Gemini season. June 20th, Gemini season is coming to a wrap. Starting tomorrow, two things are happening tomorrow. One, it's going to be the first day of summer. The summer solstice is happening tomorrow, which is Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. The other thing that's happening is it is going to be Cancer season starting tomorrow. Hasta mañana, tomorrow. All right. So with that being said, we'll jump right in on the mindset piece that will support you in creating the results that you want to create. So I know you're a high performer because you would not be tuning on here if you were not. Okay. So as a high performer, and I work with a lot of high performers. Hi, Sean. Thank you for coming in, for tuning in. As a high performer, and like I said, I work with many high performers, we're always looking at where we can take our game to a different level. How can we accelerate? How can we move faster, stronger? It's all about speed. It's about agility. It's also about creating results in a shorter amount of time, and maybe even with less effort, ideally, obviously, right? So if that is you, say yes, that is you. And we're always looking to, as high performers, how we can optimize our performance, how we can increase our productivity, and how we can decrease any negativity and focus on productivity. So if that's you, say yes, that is me, because that's why you're here. So I have some tips for you that will support you in being really clear on how you can increase your productivity and also let go of any negativity that may be coming up for you. So I want to speak into negativity first, and then I'll go into the tips. So the negativity comes from our negative self-talk. And what is that? So of course, you by yourself, you have these voices in your head. We all do, by the way. So, you know, I'm not alone. You're not alone. We all have these voices on our head. Think of the voices in your head as a committee. So you have a committee in your head, and your committee is constantly debating and it's possibly maybe fighting with you. Maybe you have an idea and the committee is like, no, you cannot do it, or no, you don't have the courage, or no, you don't have the resources, or whatever the story is or the conversations are. That's the committee that's trying to protect you. Think of it this way, because it's a mechanism where it is supporting you and protecting you, because we are focused going back to the frozen ages. We're focused on survival. However, you are here because you're not looking to survive, you're looking to thrive. You hear what I'm saying? You're here to thrive. You're not here to survive, right? So, and if you want to increase your productivity and you want to increase your performance, you want to let go of your survival conversations. So survival means that these negative self-talk or conversations come up and tell you that you can't do it, etc., etc. So you want to be mindful of that, because those are your blocks. Those are your barriers that will prompt you and stop you from having your breakthrough. I'm going to say that again. These inner conversations that go on in your head are blocks and barriers that will inhibit you and stop you from creating the breakthrough that you want to create. Okay, so now you are at choice. You're always at choice. You get to stop and recognize the voice first of all, and choose to not listen to it. Like, lower the volume on these voices and focus on listening to bigger voices, like how you can do it, how you can make it better, how you can go faster, etc. These are different voices you're tuning into, and you want to be super mindful of that. So I wanted to touch on that first and then move into some tips. Okay, so I want to say, since we're on day 15 of our challenge, if you have not tuned in from day one, you can find all of the recordings on my YouTube channel, which is at Zina Salma. You can go back and look at the topics and then tune into the topic that is the most relevant and important for you. I will say that everything is going to make a difference for you, just about taking it one step at a time. All right. So yesterday we were talking about self-reflection. I'm going to build on what we created yesterday. Self-reflection, taking time to reflect and looking at where you are with your goals. So guys, team, we are 10 more days before the end of this month, 10 more days before the end of the quarter, second quarter of the year. So 6 months will have already passed by in 10 days. Now, why am I saying this? Because you are getting connected to your goals. So what I want you to connect with is connect with, what are you proud of? What are you proud of that you got to create in the first 6 months of this year, 2022. So what are you proud of? What are you most proud of that you created? If you can comment in the chat, I would love to hear from you. Like, what are you proud of? What are you excited about that you're like, oh my God, I so am excited that I created this or I did this or whatever. So share what that is for you. So you want to get connected to what are the things that you're most proud of and what are your accomplishments, because that's going to help boost your confidence when you're connected to what is it that you're proud of, and what have you accomplished up until this point. The other thing is, we talked about self-reflection yesterday. I'm going to highlight that again, is you want to get connected to your goals. Were you on track with your goals, or were you off track? And if you were on track, great. What has been working for you that you be on track? Was it you being consistent? Was it you being resilient? Was it you being relentless? Was it you being joyful? Was it you having fun? Was it you being integrous with your word, as in following through on your commitment and not wavering on your commitment? So what has been working for you if you were on track with your goals? Okay. The second thing is, if you are not on track with your goals, you still have time. We have 10 more days before the end of the quarter, 10 more days before the end of the month, 10 more days before we say, okay, it's a wrap. The first 6 months of the year is gone. So what can you do differently right now? What is one thing that you can implement right now that you see that you could have done in the beginning of the year that'll take things to a whole new different direction? And here's the thing, guys, when you take daily steps every single day, small steps every single day adds up into a quantum leap, right? So when you create a quantum leap, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens because you're taking small daily steps throughout the day, and it builds, and you're building, and then it creates a quantum leap over the end. Or it creates momentum. It really is what's happening. Momentum Monday. Imagine you creating momentum every Monday. How would things be different for you if you created momentum, right? So that's something I want you to connect with. Another tip that will support you, especially with increasing productivity, etc., is making decisions quickly. So where in your life have you not made a decision, or you've procrastinated on a decision, like whether it was an investment idea, maybe it was an opportunity, whatever that is, where have you not made a decision quickly? And that's going to be your opportunity to move quickly. Don't put a lot of thinking. Don't go into analysis paralysis. Don't put too much thought into it. Just go. Simply go. Mel Robbins, I think I shared this in one of my videos. Mel Robbins created a book called the 5-second rule. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to share with you what that is. The 5-second rule is you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you legit say go, and you go. There's no time to think. You just go, right? So why am I saying this? Because when we get into analysis paralysis again, that's the inner critic coming in and having you be in survival mode, but you're not here to survive. Again, you're here to thrive. So when you're here to thrive, you're not going to focus on the negative self-talk and all the conversations. You're going to focus on going and moving and being messy and creating in the messiness, because a lot of things get created in the messiness. It's in the birth of giving life to something, and the messiness is where a lot of the breakthroughs happen. And if you see what I'm saying and feel what I'm saying and are in alignment with what I'm saying, say yes, I'm totally with you. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up and just share a couple more things to support you. So another tip is you get to be relentless with your pursuit of hitting your goals, and also relentless with your dreams. I can't fight for your dreams. That's the reality. That's the truth. I cannot fight for your dreams. You get to fight for your dreams. Hi, David. Long time no see, David. Miss seeing you in the running stuff. Woohoo. David Z representing. Thanks, David, for joining. So I can't fight for your dreams, guys, right? So I can't fight for your goals. I can't fight for your dreams. You get to fight for your dreams. You get to be relentless. You get to fight. When I say fight, you get to be in pursuit, relentless pursuit of you achieving what you're here to achieve. Don't give up too quickly. You know what I'm saying? You also get to simplify, because if you're noticing that you're not making progress, you're moving slow, you're in analysis paralysis, you get to take a step back and simplify and ask yourself, how can I simplify this? How can I make this easy? How can I make this fun? So when you start being in that conversation, it's going to shift your mindset and your trajectory in creating what you want to create. Finally, another thing I'm going to leave you with, and then we'll wrap up, is you get to delegate and leverage support. So here's what I mean by that. Uncle Roy, you asked about delegation, and so this is support and coaching for you specifically, is you have your goals, right? So you have your goals, you have your dreams, you have your accomplishments. Those are things I want you to connect with, right? So, and then from there, you look, say you're running a business or you're doing something different, like you have a career or whatever. In a business, I'll just talk from a business perspective because I work with a lot of clients who are either building their businesses or they're in their business, etc. So in a business, you want to look at the different facets of the business, right? So here's the thing. You do not want to be wearing all the hats in your business. Obviously, that probably would not work for you if you wear all the hats. Like being the CEO, the CFO, all this stuff, it's too much work, right? So where you get to go is in a business, you have the business model, right? You have like all the different areas. You have the marketing, the sales, the operations, the finance, and then you have like, say, the team building, right? I'm just going to give you the 5 core elements, right, in any business. So you get to look at your business and say, out of all these areas, what is the hat that you are like, that you're skilled at? You know what I mean? Like, what is something that you're very skilled at that you would take on and be the leader of that area? So maybe for you, it could be operations. Maybe for you, it could be marketing. It could be sales. I don't know. Everyone's business and business model looks different. And so you get to look at like, what is the hat you want to carry and lead, have someone be the leads for the other areas. So for example, just give you guys an example. I have, like, in my business, I have two people on my team. I have 2 people, and they're both are actually more on the admin side of things. So they do a lot of like the follow-ups. They also do all the tech stuff. I don't do any of the tech stuff. So Uncle Roy, to answer your question, you were asking what to delegate and how to delegate. So what to delegate is you write down all the tasks that are involved in your business, right? So you, as a business, you want to look at all the things that are involved in your business. So you want to ask yourself, out of all the things that's involved in your business, and this can be applied to life, by the way. It could be applied to any goal you have, guys, not just necessarily business, can be applied to anything. So you want to write down all the things that are involved in that process, right? And ask yourself, what are you skilled at? What do you enjoy doing the most? What do you love to do the most in all the different areas? And those are the things that you focus on. The other things you delegate. So now you ask, well, how do you delegate? Okay, great. So the things that you're not skilled at, you don't want to put time in, you ask yourself, well, who do you know that can support you, that is really skilled at that? Like skilled, like that's like a 10 for them. You know what I mean? Like they're super skilled at that. Who do you know that you can either barter with, maybe exchange services with, or maybe even hire, ideally, and then you guys can exchange and you can pay them for serving you and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Or you pay them so they can really cover some of these tasks. So for me, I have 2 virtual assistants, and both do different things, right? So one does one thing, the other does another thing, but we communicate as a team on what do we want to create as a team. And so part of it is I delegate the stuff that I don't want to be involved with. So for example, like I don't want to do all the follow-ups in the tech, all this stuff, setting up website. Like it's interesting to me, but it's not worth my time. It's just not it's not where I want to use my time, not where I'm the most skilled at, if you will. I'm really great when I'm training, I'm coaching, like those are things I love to do. So I love to train, I love to coach, I love to facilitate, I like to work with clients, I love to do certain things with clients. So I'm more like the people person of things. Everything that's the back end, like the back office type of stuff, I delegate. I don't deal with any of that stuff. I even have an accountant who does a lot of my accounting. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm delegating the stuff that I don't want to be involved with. I'm not skilled at any of these, nor do I want to learn it, because honestly, it doesn't matter. I just want to focus on what I enjoy focusing on, which is promotion. I love promoting. I love sales. I love enrollment. I also love coaching and facilitating and leading trainings and all that stuff. So those are things I personally enjoy. So in your business, in your life, and this could be in your life, because you could be in a relationship or you have kids or whatever, and maybe you don't like to do something, and you can enroll someone on your team because your family is your team. They can step up and they can shine doing something that they could be really skilled at, but maybe you're not skilled at. So those are things that you get to consider and connect with as you're building this out. All right. So with that being said, this is how you leverage team. This is how you leverage support. You get to ask for support because building anything, we can't build on our own. You get to leverage team. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up, and I want you to share what your biggest takeaway was from this session. What is one thing you're very proud of that you want to accomplish, that you've already accomplished, that you want to celebrate and you want to acknowledge yourself for? So I would love for you to comment below and share, like David, Sean, whoever else is going to be tuning on here. Like, what are you proud of yourself for? What are you most proud of that you accomplished? What do you want to celebrate that you've accomplished in the first 6 months of the year? Comment below. We'd love to celebrate you and honor you for your accomplishments. So that's number one. Number two, what is one thing that you're seeing that you can get to up level for you to increase your productivity? What is that specifically for you? And who are you going to enroll to support you in closing the gap and you creating that delegation and maximizing your time, your energy, and your efforts? All right. So comment below. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow for Transformation Tuesday, where we're going to take you to a whole new level. And I'm excited for you guys. So be sure to comment, share, whatever gets to happen. Sharing is caring. Let's go. And I will see you tomorrow. All right. Mwah. Lots of love. Hasta mañana. Have an awesome rest of your Monday. Bye for now.